Repayment Assistance Plan. It's coming. Let's compare the RAP with IBR, Pay, and Save. That is our show for today. Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. If you want to find out more about this topic today, any topic we talk about on the podcast, you can always find an article associated with it at thecollegeinvestor.com. Also, find us on social media. We're pretty much everywhere you are. Just search for The College Investor and you'll find us. All right, let's take a look. Repayment Assistance Plan. It's coming. Millions of federal student loan borrowers are entering a new repayment era. After all the years of uncertainty, with the payment pauses, injunctions, administrative forbearances, and changing policy, the United States is preparing to consolidate all the repayment options, ending multiple plans, including Save, Pay, and ICR, and replacing them with just the Repayment Assistance Plan, or RAP. The challenge, though, is that many borrowers are still fixated on their old payments from 2022 or 23 and are concerned about what the cost will be in 25 or 26. We're at the end of 25, so 26. During Save's administrative forbearance, payments were $0. And before that, I don't understand saying the word payment. If it's $0, why am I signed up for anything? Well, what am I paying? Nothing. So $0 payment is not a payment. It's just nothing. Right? I don't understand. But anyway, before that $0 payment thing, they were based on older income data from as early as 2019. That anchoring has left a whole bunch of people with expectations that no longer match the current options. Interest has resumed. Save is no longer accepting new enrollees. And for new borrowers in 2026, RAP will be the only income-based option. So RAP has a whole bunch of perks, though. The transition is just not going to be simple. I wish it was. Understanding how RAP compares with Save, Pay, and IBR can help borrowers plan for the next several years. Here's what the new RAP plan offers. All right. RAP will become the main income-driven repayment plan for future borrowers and, in time, for most existing ones. It retains some concepts from Save, but it's just structured a little more conservatively. Some key features, we'll just touch on 4 things here. Number 1, income-based payments have a floor. Payments will depend on income, but borrowers will pay at least $10 a month. This removes the zero payment feature that existed under past IDR plans. And it makes a whole lot of sense. It's a payment. It's not $0. It's something. Unpaid interest subsidy is the other thing we'll look at. So if a borrower's payment doesn't cover interest, the government covers the unpaid amount. Balances will not balloon simply because payments are low. That's good. The third thing, up to $50 a month in principal reduction. If a low payment still doesn't touch principal, RAP can reduce principal by up to $50 each month. This prevents balances from sitting stagnant for years. And number 4, forgiveness after 30 years. This is longer than the 20 or 25-year timelines in older IDR plans, extending repayment for a whole bunch of households. But it's $10 a month. I don't know. You're still going to get forgiveness. RAP's design favors stability for borrowers with low or inconsistent income. If you compare RAP to IBR directly, RAP is typically better, actually, for borrowers making less than $100,000 per year. So here's how Pay, ICR, and IBR fit in the picture. Pay and ICR are being sunset for future borrowers and will eventually end. Based on sources at the student loan servicers, you can expect the current timeline for Pay and ICR to cease enrollment somewhere in late 2027 or early 2028. IBR remains available for older loans, but will be unavailable for new student loans after July 1st, 2026, when RAP really kicks in. IBR keeps the traditional structure of 10 to 15% of discretionary income with 20 to 25-year forgiveness. For existing borrowers, IBR may remain a sensible alternative. You just have to compare them. All right. Anchoring problem. Borrowers fixate on outdated Save payments or lack thereof. Based on the hundreds of comments on our TikTok videos, a lot of borrowers are frustrated by their future payment options. You mean I can't just pay nothing? Many borrowers compare RAP or IBR projections to their old SAVE payments, often calculated using 2021 or 2022 income data. In other words, outdated income data. So during the SAVE forbearance, borrowers essentially froze their sense of what a student loan payment should be, right? This anchoring is understandable because you just get used to it, but it can create financial whiplash. First, monthly payments are recalculated on current income, which may be significantly higher. Unpaid interest is growing again, which surprises borrowers who didn't know the interest pause ended, but the payment pause hasn't. And the third thing, months spent in administrative forbearance do not count toward IDR forgiveness or PSLF. Many borrowers in the SAVE forbearance thinking about PSLF buyback are also misinformed about how the buyback will be calculated. They assume they will benefit from a SAVE payment, but the truth is they will get a repay calculation for 12 months. Then the current time spent in forbearance will be based on IBR or PAYE. Yikes. Okay, so here's who may benefit from RAP and who may not. Let's take a look. RAP is not automatically better or worse than SAVE or IBR, and the right choice depends on the borrower's situation. So whom RAP may benefit? Well, borrowers with low income or unstable employment, and borrowers with large balances who expect decades of slow progress. This can also help minimize a potential future tax bomb. RAP may be less effective for people like borrowers who could reach forgiveness faster under IBR, 20 years or so, borrowers with higher or rising income who want to minimize total repayment cost, and borrowers pursuing PSLF, where payment amounts matter. Though PSLF qualifies under RAP, lower payments under IBR are actually more beneficial. Because RAP extends repayment to 30 years, borrowers with stable or increasing income may pay more over time. We have a fantastic table you can look at, a comparison table, RAP versus SAVE versus PAYE versus IBR. It's all laid out wonderfully at thecollegeinvestor.com inside this article. Here are some key takeaways before we wrap up for today. Right now, borrowers in the SAVE forbearance just have to plan what their future payment would be in IBR or RAP. Those are your two choices. Got to compare those. The student loan environment in 2020 through 2023 is gone. Relying on all those old numbers just skews the future picture. That was just a Band-Aid. You got to rip the Band-Aid off sometime. Borrowers should evaluate their options with current income, up-to-date program rules, and realistic expectations. RAP may be better for those with low incomes, especially with its interest subsidy and principal reduction program. But its longer repayment timeline, 30 years, might not suit everybody, especially if you're one who doesn't like debt and wants to get out of it, right? Borrowers who want faster forgiveness or who expect their earnings to rise should compare options carefully, especially while IBR remains available for pre-2026 loans. The most important step right now is to update your assumptions and make a plan. Payments from 2 years ago are no longer a reliable benchmark. That's the key. And if you want to find out more, if you want to ask us more questions, you can join our TikTok. Just search for The College Investor. You'll find us, and we'll connect with you there. You can also check out thecollegeinvestor.com. Again, we have all the resources, all the links that you need right inside this article. It's thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.